The reason I am doing this is because I really want to expose you all to think your way to a better marriage. I think a lot of times we connect to experiences, and I think this would be a great experience for all of us. The reason I wrote this book, okay, so who am I to write a book about think your way to a better marriage? Nobody special, just but I do lean hard and work hard to do what I believe God is moving me to do. Not because I'm great, not because I'm an expert, but because I'm a willing participant in my own healing and a willing participant in what God would have me to do. So I've always believed that when a blessing comes in your life and it's bigger than you, like like you have a blessing and you're like, okay, I need $20, and that blesses you, and once you have the $20, you have what you need. That blessing was for you. But when you have a blessing that's so big, like it bless you, and you know that that blessing will bless someone else, then to me that is the gift in what you went through. So I remember years ago my pastor saying that there's purpose in our pain. And I remember sitting in the congregation when he said that and thought to myself, he's lost his mind. So I was new to this church and I thought, I don't know if I'm going to keep coming here. What do you mean there's purpose in my pain? But this little book here, Think Your Way to a Better Marriage, is the manifestation of my purpose through my pain. Uh, Without telling you all the details, because I won't, Andre and I did experience a really traumatic time in our marriage. Um, and I'm sure everybody does in marriage. The thing is, a lot of us like to hide that. Oh, we don't want you to see that part. We want you. I can show you all the pictures of us in Dubai, and that he sent me to Paris, and I can tell you all these beautiful love stories because my marriage is that too. But there have been times, and there are times when it gets hard and difficult. But from the hardest time, what I call, Andre and I both call it our desert experience, because God took us to Dubai, to one of the beautiful places in the world, and there I had one of the most challenging times in my marriage. So Dre and I, we call that time our desert experience. Um, the strange part about it was the moment, like the time when all the walls start coming down, and finally, like the emotions kind of ease away, because you have moments where the emotions are high, and then you have times when they're low. Well, during the low times, God reassured me that this is going to be hard, this is going to be tough. Put on your seatbelt. But I'm in every moment of it. Like I knew that with every fiber of my being, that here I was in the hardest time of my life, in the hardest time of our marriage, and Andre was going through, but we were in the perfect will of God. And most of us don't grow up understanding or believing that the rough times, the tough times, are still us being in the perfect will of God. Because I was aware that I was in the perfect will of God, and Andre was aware that he was in the perfect will of God, we were in a place where we could receive everything that God brought our way. And if that meant receiving it on our face in tears, if that meant receiving it on a great day, because God is so merciful, He gives you some release. So maybe we're at Atlantis and we're enjoying the beautiful scenery and we're going swimming, but seeing Him in all of it. Well, from that time we recovered. We both realized that we needed some individual healing. So that's what that time was. The desert experience wasn't just about healing our marriage as much as it was about healing our individual pain. And it was beautiful. Like it was hurtful, it was frustrating, it was painful, but it was so beautiful. And I want you all to know that that is what marriage is. It's all of it. And God is in all of it. He's not just in the happy days, the great days. He is in the painful days, the hard times, and the bad times. So my little book, 30 Think Your Way to a Better Marriage, it's a 30-day devotional. It's very short. Some of the lessons in it is like it's really heavy. I think it's heavy. Then other ones are like quick and short. One day you think about yourself, why didn't she say more? But I think I did it that way because when I when I read some of the days that are heavy, um, I think to myself, "Oof, I need some recovery time." And so those short days are for recovery time, if you're intentional about doing the work and if you sit down to do it. Um, this little book is the kind of culmination, the totality of the things we've learned during that time. And what the biggest thing I've learned about marriage and the healing process is that it's all in your thinking. It's so right here. It's not outside. You know, I know we read the Bible and we see these miracles that Jesus performed, and when he healed the man and he made him heal. He took the blind man and he made him see. And we have the miracles where he took the lame man and he had him to walk. But if you look deeply into those scriptures, you will see that there has to be a transformation that happens in here that also manifests outwardly so that a physical thing can happen. And many of us are suffering in marriage and suffering in life because of our thinking. So this little book, Think Your Way to a Better Marriage, is here to encourage you to think differently about marriage, think differently about the purpose of marriage, and to see God in all of it, the good and the bad. So I look so forward to seeing you on November 8th in Raleigh at the Mosaic Wine Lounge. So please hit me up if you have any questions. Come with your questions. I don't want this to be a monologue. I want it to be a dialogue. I want to discuss with you guys. I want to talk. I want to be open. And I know for so many that's hard to get open and in front of people, but that is where your blessing is. Because the truth of the matter is you're not the only one going through whatever it is you're going through. So I look forward to hanging out with you guys November 8th. And I'm going to do these throughout the month to prepare us for the event. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.